That hard. That would have been like 230-ish if I didn't mess up that last bit. Trying to stack it. Also tick there, whatever. Do a regular 6-tick at the end here. I don't want to expend more run energy than this. Room seems to be on fire. Oh, cheeky bastard gave me another 12. Regular 6-tick because I'm a little bit low. It's not that high risk, but there is a chance the sarcophagus just like absolutely body me. I don't want to get stacked with sarcophagus plus regular melee. We'll just do a 6-tick here. The low risk. Still pretty fast. Get the chinny chonkers ready. These pretty much don't touch the webweaver if I'm not gonna swarm. Yellow click. I'm gonna run out of run energy for this puzzle. Hit it. Oh shit. Didn't even notice my movement put through there. Scary. Do a little bit of a workaround since I messed up there. We'll dunk here. I don't normally like to trap the melee, but play, you know, low risk, of course. And piety for that. No one saw that. We'll roll on the dagger. Alright, I don't need to wait. Actually, I do. I think I might need to wait. I always pray that my shadow hits like good. On paper it does, but you want consistency, it lets you down. I want to proc on the left side if I can. The right side is a little bit more limited in space. Not really worth to dodge a yellow. What that is. Doing fantastic on the uptime in terms of being able to damage Akka. Damage is also pretty decent overall. Pretty good Akka so far. How's it going, Tanner? Got your pet never went back? Lost all those ticks. You won't eagle the heal. Nice, throw MVP. Your pen never went back. SMH. Don't you want copious amounts of money? It's funny because the only reason right now I'm enjoying the grind is because I like the very, very extremely minor improvements that I've been finding raiding solo. Kinda want another shadow. Just as like a vendetta. Alright. Gonna need it for this Blood Torva, yeah. Oh, you got Vardorva, so that's a huge start though. More shadows on 700 KC. Ooh, that's a good look. Want that shadow money, man. And self-griefing? What do you mean, Alex? Does he lose focus? It is what it is, you know. Honestly, for me, I have the most fun like messing around with the music and trying to make the raid a little bit of a different experience every time. That's why you see me listen to like in music, chill music. And then sometimes I'll listen to like other video game OST. I try to make the raid a little bit of a different experience so I don't get like complacent. That's what you mean. That's how I do it. I think I'm just gonna turn to Adderall. Not that route, verbally. And also, like, I like maintaining as clean of a record as I can. The mistake tracker for me is also like a good motivator. Because every time I make a mistake, I get annoyed. Even if it's like a very minor mistake I don't really care about. Maintaining a perfectionist mindset for me helps. Jesus! This proc's fighting. This DPS loss. I didn't path correctly, I let it like auto path for me. I should have manually pathed if I was gonna do it. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't track them. To be fair, the reason not all mistakes are tracked is because some mistakes are technically not mistakes. True. I'm always striving for like the improvement. I'm a firm believer that once I get good enough, I can make Monkey Room like a 230 consistent with the webweaver. Be sick. Why no achievements done? Just lazy. There's just a lot of content I'm not really interested in. The Thralls isn't that great of a upgrade anyway. It's just extra time. But mostly just laziness. Don't really care. And I'm not gonna pay anybody for it. I refuse. I absolutely refuse to pay anyone to get the achievements done. Like, I can get boosted if I wanted to for the 8-man. I don't really care though. I would like to think that I am good enough by myself if there were 8 of me to get it, and I don't really feel like self-conscious not having it or insecure. So, yeah. If the reward mattered to me, perhaps I would think about it. I did do some for fun. Like recently, I finished all of the gauntlet ones. Surprisingly easy. At least for me. My very first like regular gauntlet speedrun, I got a 315. Was it 316? That one people could generally consider to be pretty difficult, and I smashed it. I did do some for fun, but I'll do it at my own pace. Top ones are really hard. I think I have the 4-man one, just doing it casually. No speedrun strats. Free Shadow. I feel like the Shadow one is crazy now. Like, it's so much easier with Shadow. Now that people know about it. But I haven't done any yet. With, like, max stage Shadow users. Because that takes a lot of time, right? And we don't do regular tops, so like I'm never gonna get those tasks done because we're all just kit hunters, and I don't really care. I don't care enough about the CAs to want to do a normals. Every time I get dragged to normals, it's because I have a learner friend that wants, or like an Avernick, like an Iron Man or something, who's new to it. And we're obviously not gonna get Grandmasters or any like real tasks complete with them because they're new. Like they're gonna make a mistake at Soda Seg, or they're gonna make a mistake at Nihilo. Someone always misclicks at Nihilo and does the wrong style. But not like I really care, like, it is what it is. I might get like minorly tilted for like a half second, then I'm like, eh, who cares? It's a video game. Lose those dragon arrows, man. I don't want to kill him. This seems to be a pretty fast raid. I'm gonna kill them because I want to see how fast I can go if I actually kill the skulls. It is some drop rate loss though. But if I'm like consistently, let's say 33, 32 minutes, I'm definitely gonna just bump it up to 545 and start killing skulls, even though it's probably slightly less purple per hour. Just because, you know, doing 545s are cooler. It depends how much like worse, you know. Yeah, so I'm waiting for it to drain. The reason I wanted it to drain a second is because I wasn't sure what the timer was, and I didn't want to have like a terrible bad timer on it. Wait, did I just skull skip when I said I wouldn't? Oops. Ever thought about doing a 500 plus 1 for better roll chance? No, it's too. No, it's kind of troll. If I played the other alt, sure. But I don't think I want to endure that kind of pain. Oops. We're kind of zooming. 540? Joke. Never purple. Breach. Cool. Alright, next raid. Wanted to post that to some discords. The fact that I get some occasional like 36-37 minutes though, like don't think I'm confident enough to sub 35 that every time. I don't want to like rely on it. I'll just do it if it's like a fast raid. I'll just start on the skulls. Volatile's all the way over there. Oh my god, I griefed it. Didn't grief that one at least. Lives 1 HP warrior. Oh, it lived. Badness. Depression. Alright. The unchecked venoms. Wreaking havoc. Webweaver's your preference? Yeah. Like, blowpipe's probably faster, or is faster, but a lot of work, and you take a little bit more chip damage because you poison them when you don't want to. I'm pretty sure if I played better, like, Webweaver is 230s. There is a lot to work on there. The no chip damage is probably the nicest thing about it. And if you're wondering what I mean by no chip damage, it's because I can't poison the shamans, so they won't mage me, pretty much. But like, if I was to ever use blowpipe as like a DPS weapon or a swarm, I wouldn't consider Webweaver the same way, you know? Like if I was an Iron Man that was doing 400s, I would still be using blowpipe. This one is gonna be wait 2 ticks, so stab and move 2. Oh. Also lost a tick somewhere. I have piety on, I just realized. No one saw that. I fell out of cycle. I don't know where I am right now. Oh, I was playing risky games there. If I didn't hit big, I think I was dead. I lost a tick there. Ow, 22s. Jesus. I look, max was 21. Low shadows, chill down. Ooh, got a freebie. Love freebies. Do you reckon DDS is way better than Abyssal Dagger on Aqua Orb? I'm gonna guess Abyssal Dagger is probably better. Abyssal Dagger tends to perform on... Also take amount. Abyssal Dagger tends to perform better on things with like a moderate amount of defense. I'm gonna guess Abyssal Dagger is better. That being said, I assume you're talking about just as a spec, right? Do you have Fang? If you have Fang, I'd probably do like 2 Fang hits and then start Abyssal Dagger specking. But it might honestly not be worth your time and the slot, because DDS is a core weapon, right? And you're gonna want it for core. Abyssal Dagger is terrible for core, so I don't think it'd be worth the slot. I would personally rather just Fang spec than bring in Abyssal Dagger. But Abyssal Dagger is probably better than DDS. I just don't think it'd be like worth the slot. Currently managed to do a 250, don't know if 300 is in reach. For sure, if you have a Bofa and a Fang, it's 400s are in reach, but it's gonna take practice. You don't need the yellow cares. You can do 400 without Lightbearer. It'll just be annoying. You'll be forced to 3 down. So it might be like a 395 or something. You have BGS and stuff like that, because that's gonna be like a lot of DPS having a BGS. Oh, Dagger can actually hit 34. If you have like super max gear, you hit 34. Like altar and everything. I think he hits 31 with Lightbearer. Yeah, I would consider trying to do, you know, if you have Bofa Fang, try to bump it up even more. Take some practice course. Or a ton and just send a sad face. Oof. Well, you can also, if it's like a more in-depth question, you can join my Discord server and ask there. But as an Iron Man, I'd probably recommend the 400 Bofa video. That's usually the most applicable one for people. No defense reducing, that sucks. Definitely, as much as I hate to say it, you should probably grind out that BGS. It's so good. You're gonna want it for a lot of places. I would recommend, if you're too lazy to grind out Bandos, look up the I don't know who, I forgot who did it, but there's someone who made a Bofa cycle. You basically just click the door and the save spots are in a straight line. You just click door alter, over and over, and it looks so chill. Yeah, altar door, yeah. That one is so OP. a level 2 Kephri. Kind of fast. A level 3 Kephri, surprisingly. That's real nice, real nice. Didn't feel that fast, especially since I stopped a point farm. You actually have an accursed sceptre by any chance as an Iron Man, by the way? It's actually a pretty decent substitute to the BGS, surprisingly. I was doing the math on Wardens, and the accuracy to like defense reduce ratio is really good. Even if you were just using it for the defense reduction, not the magic reduction. Like for Warden P3, it just like hits like so often, and it reduces like a really, really good average of defense. It's actually like a way to skip the BGS grind if you only care about it for ToA, surprisingly. Obviously, maybe not in teams, but like, most Iron Men don't. A lot of Iron Men don't. Easy Kephri Mog. I'll do it eventually. Any luck tonight? I got a Masori body. Masori body. Decided my supply sack was in shambles, so I basically spent like 200 mil on supplies. Placed an order for 100k D arrows and 100k anglerfish. If I get a shadow, I'm probably gonna dump it on like my potion tab. I want to up my super combats to like 10k plus, all that stuff. Because I finally went below 1,000 super combats. I'm like, it's not good enough. Need more. KC of my last staff drop. I got a team staff like around 200 KC ago. Aw, didn't hit big there. But solos, it's been a long time. I haven't seen a solo shadow since basically like 150, which is really depressing. I don't think it dies here. Yeah. Oh yeah, solo shadow's been a while, but teams, I'm doing all right. But no one else has. No, one person actually has. I can't complain. One person has split their shadow with me once. JC when we duoed his shadow. That was the only shadow split I have received. Someone else. Ah, back way too early there. Music's a bit loud, hold on. Sorry. No offense to the Toho fans. That's really loud. 36 purples, oof. My friend got it on his 35th, so you're pretty much guaranteed it, right? If he got it. Have you gotten one already? Or is it just like 36 cents last one? Because you do pretty high invo too, right, David? Like if I recall, I'm pretty sure you do like decently high invo as well. Surely do. Oh yeah, for sure you're due. For sure, that's what we tell ourselves. I'm just saying, if you're not raiding with the boys, just do the solo. Why split with the pugs, right? That could be all yours. Although I do understand the aspect of doing it teams because it's more chill though. Ah, I should drop the ego and heal. Yeah, the fence protection is kind of nice. I wish, honestly, I wish Circle stacked for the first Circle. Like, I wish you could do Circle, or sorry, Sceptre into Circle in teams. That would be so nice. That would be a huge buff. And Amethyst arrows would be surprisingly used. But you can't. I would also not be opposed to Sceptre, allowing Sceptre to stack to, let's say, 25%, but still reduce the same amount per spec. So like 2 Scepters could be like meta. One person probably enough. That would make Sceptre so OP though. Imagine Sceptre reduces 15% per hit, caps up to 25. I would be so happy. But it would actually be a really bad idea to do that. Because it would actually end up shattering every room. The guy lost? Hello? Sir? Gotta turn on my pings. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's what Amethyst would be for. There's only one other thing you can do other than the Amethyst swap. I thought of it. This is the funniest thing ever, David. So, you bring an accumulator, right? And, like, obviously I don't bring because I have webweaver, but most people have an assembler. And you turn off the commute, and you pray that the chicken gives you a mithril arrow. The magnetic chicken. That's like the most meme way to get a free arrow if you don't want to bring the swap. Did I get the percentage? You want to go to the opponent information plugin. My face cam might be blocking it, but opponent. And then there's a drop down here. You want to put it to both, or whatever you want to put on. I recommend both. 42% accuracy. No, Circle actually has 100% accuracy if it's the very first hit, just like Bone Dagger, if I'm not mistaken. That's one of like the passes, isn't it? Oh, true, Sceptre into second. Do you still get 100% accuracy if someone else does it first? Like someone Scepters and then you Circle? Maybe. If it works like Bone Dagger, that's how it would work, but I don't know if it's like Bone Dagger. Maybe it's like Bone Dagger. Is it just me, or is this Zebak kind of cracked? I'll just straight up 100% ever. Saw that. I got blooded. Healed it. This seems really cracked. 307 for Mage Zebak. Juiced. think average probably like 330 and starting like 340-ish. This raid doesn't seem that fast, so I'm just gonna skull skip. I mean, I could probably get like a 32-minute something, but my standards have raised. I should rapid heal before I die. I'm not gonna make it, aren't I? I'm gonna have to... See? Make a little bit of an error. I'm gonna have to curse more than I usually do, but it's whatever. Do I play other games? Yes. Depends. I usually like to play MMOs in general. Like, just huge MMO fan in general. I don't play WoW though. Like, one of my favorite MMOs is Fantasy Star Online 2, but I don't play New Genesis. Who cares? Whatever. I'll probably death charge so I get some spec back. How much HP should I tank? You should be tanking to 75 and using rapid heal. I just forgot to turn on rapid heal for a really long time, so I ended up tanking a lot. If I do it correctly, I'm supposed to tank to 75, rapid heal to 76. That'll leave me at 1 HP for the second set, and then you can kind of do some like ticky shenanigans. But I messed up, so I didn't get to do any of that. I took a lot of extra damage I normally don't. But it's fine. For this setup, it's okay to tank the extra. Not that bad. That's using the charges calculator plugin, if anybody's wondering. Getting that -8 up there. You find that on the plugin hub. Tank 3 each, ooh, that's fine. I didn't even consider the idea of like multiple people tanking. It like makes complete sense. They even like make multiple rows like this to tank, and I didn't even consider it. That's how like inexperienced of teams I am. That's really smart. Because there's not really any reason for only one person to tank, right? Because you're all gonna share the same HP pool. But like, might as well have multiple people tank. How's it going, Jangsta? Welcome back to the stream. This technically could be like a PB if I did skull skip, but I think the chance of it being PB is relatively low, so I can't really be bothered. It would be like a close PB. I want a PB that would smash my other one out of the water. Like I want like a 32-15 or something. I don't think this raid has the potential to be that. I'm not gonna hit the skulls. area sounds. I wish my friends knew how to do double trouble keep back. They don't, so it really limits like how far we can push. I don't know what area sounds are in general, but I know it's the warden tile noise. It's weird because the normal sounds are the tile noise for when the skulls explode, but the area sounds are for the warden hands itself. Double trouble sounds very hard in groups. You just need people that know how to do the staircase skip, and they just won't deal DPS when they're doing it. And then you can still have one, like, usually you want the tank, whoever's doing the butterflying, to just run the middle, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of people just aren't used to, like, either doing the ladder skip or just having to deal with double trouble in general. They'll even like die getting to the outside. Yeah, you can still do 510s, which would be this raid. Double trouble keep back. But I also don't have friends who are experienced with level 4 Zebak. And as a weird as like, yeah, you're only doing like 450s. I can't raid with you, it's too low. And 450s is like really high for some people. Also, if you're in teams, you could just do medic. If you're doing like 3-mans, might as well just run medic. With Trident. Yeah, you can member skip with Trident. The weapon doesn't really affect it. As long as you have someone running middle, hopefully they have a shadow for butterflying. Yeah, 4+ is good. You just have easy to access. Yeah, 2+1 is kind of nasty. You're right. Someone. Imagine planking a Kephri though. No, I'm kidding. I've been PK'd at Kephri. Someone like locks me into a cage. I'm like, bruh, what have you done to me? 4 is also easy to remember for dung purposes. You know, it's A, B, and then CD. Players, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta pray mage if she dunks you into your own bomb, you know? That's real tech right there. It seems to hit the 55%. Depends what you mean. So, I just realized I'm playing the wrong thing for like a year. So, yes, in like 8-mans or higher skills, 460 is the cap. But if you're doing lower teams, higher invo, it's more efficient. I think I'm done. We're good. So I get for glancing. So like, you're doing like 8 mans, like 400s, and you slowly go to like 6 mans, increase the invo, 5 man, increase the invo, 3 man, increase the invo. Like, you just keep lowering the team size and increasing the invo and keeping the cap. Ooh. I mean, money's money. Second body today. Four man 460s? That doesn't cap the drop rate, right? Does it? I think you need to do a little bit higher, right? Yeah, medic is better than Overlords. Although I think he meant... No. I think his team is doing Overlords. I don't think 460s capped. I think you gotta do, yeah, 6 man, I think. Yeah, if your team is comfortable raising the invo more, that'd be good. Like if you're gonna stick with 4 mans. I love being able to hit 70s and still not one-shotting. Yep. You got a 2-per maybe? Oh, blew myself up. Focused the wrong one. Boy, this could be massive. It's like the oldest man switch I've ever made in my life. Definitely could have optimized that more, but I'm bad. Is what it is. lost cycle. Messed up. Don't look at me. Really? Lost a tick there. Do regular red X for here. Alright, I'm tired of losing ticks. I lost a tick there. This one is 3 cycles. Sorry, I just smashed my mic. Did not mean to do that. My bad. A little bit of Hulk smash ain't hurt nobody. $350? 402. Oh, I didn't bone dagger. You know what? Fair. Greatest puzzle layout. Only recently got your ancestral. Must be a massive upgrade. Don't bite me. Don't do it. Like, you don't have to Akamog? SMH. I missed the bone dagger timing. This is a disaster raid. Be like 36 minutes. Absolute disaster of a raid. We're at the bone dagger too. Oh my god. I didn't even bring it. Yeah. Once she's aggroed, it's doomed. Ow. I don't know how I pulled that off, but I don't think that's clinically recommended. Or 30s. Statistically, Bone Dagger's better for like Baba Kephri, but Kephri you're probably gonna get better results off using Voidwaker actually. Bone Dagger doesn't replace it for Zebak. Remember, because you're maging Zebak. Bone Dagger reduces regular defense, not mage defense or anything like that. Magic level. Bone Dagger is better for Baba, is the main spot. You'd be better off using Voidwaker for Kephri and Sceptre for Zebak, respectively. You don't have a Voidwaker? Then yeah, Scepter's fine for Kephri. Bone Dagger would be a little bit better if you use it after P1, but that's if you don't swarm. You should be swarming at 5 or 30s. Overlord shouldn't be on yet. I'm not swarming the second set either. Too late to just swarm the first set as is. You think I'm gonna swarm the second set? Oh, so slow. His rage is doomed. And it's a level 4, Akka. Come on, man. This is like the worst raid ever. I'm not gonna smash my pickaxe actually. It's level 4 Akka. Sure, gonna fail the DPS check. And boring level 3 Zebak. This is literally the worst. The actual worst raid encounter. It's also harder to flick level 3 Zebak, prayer wise in the pre-enraged. It's not 5-tick timing. I should probably skip the DPS fails on the bad quadrants. Like tanking the fire or the shadow ones hurts so much. I need to skip them. Good start on the DPS. Probably won't fail. One dangerous quadrant gone. Blue, hell no. I've actually done so much better without any prayers. Don't switch, man. 6. We count to 6. I don't say that, I will die. Alright, so far so good. Ooh, big damage. Oh yeah, well to be fair, it only works in the very first shadow, the one tile step back. Shadow projectile time scanned me there. I think I did everything perfectly, I just needed to wait a tick for the shadow to die. Yeah, it only really... I mean, it works technically in all of them, and that's how you do the 6-tick cycle. But yeah, there's no reason to do it for the other shadows, as far as I know. I guess it could happen if you have like a delayed shadow hit, but that sounds pretty rare. I was playing dangerous games. I ran into this quadrant not checking the DPS time. Yeah, that's the whole reason I do it on the first one. There's a delay. I click a murder one. This is a very generous level 4 Akka today. Real nice. Didn't lose a single HP getting to this point. No one saw that. Literally dodged into it. Yeah, that's a really good level 4. Now to get a 4-minute level 3 one. Dude, I used to tell myself, like, oh, I don't mind doing Grotesque Guardians for a long time. At least I'll stack up on Granite. Wrong. I never even used a Granite. I never use it. Like, convinced myself to use it like 3 times, and I'm like, but I don't want to use up my Granite stack. Tbow is really nice for GGs. I was thinking about to see if I could fit in or make a Venator work for the monkey room, but I can't, no matter what I do. This is so bad on the Venoms. Got only minorly more range than a blowpipe, and it'll never bounce back to the Venom. This is always moving around so much. One of those I want it to work, but it just don't. switch so early. Not use this to its extremely slow projectile time. Four minutes for a level 3. Course. That. Oh my god, it's actually gonna be a 37-minute raid. 6-minute raid. I love how buggy the music player plugin gets. Wait, I have so many restores. Why am I clicking? Okay. Funny, even though I can camp it, I still won't. I will only just use the red pyramid at most. I just can't like bring myself to use augury that phase. It feels like such a waste for no reason. Like, what if I need to like do some like weird sun mid P3, you know? I don't think I ever will. That stuff's like an obscure scenario where like I mess up so bad. I need that prayer. Because if I did, I wouldn't be ready for this kind of raid. Yeah. I think it's a good habit to save prayer like when you can. For Sceptre Shadow? No. Assuming you have it like ancestral, no. Probably a lot worse, actually. His BGS Tbow is already like, if you don't bring the Sorry Helm, I think it's worse, I'm pretty sure. I think we have Magus Ring that is. course that misses. I'm gonna guess Dragon Darts is better, but hopefully you should just have the Sori. But you should use a DPS calculator, because that's a very obscure scenario. I don't know anyone who can answer that for you. It was actually a good thing for the Thrall to get it there for me. The pitting is 0 anyway. That's like such an obscure like scenario. I don't know the answer to that. Pointing question, use the DPS calc. You should look up DPS calculator OSRS by Bitter. I forgot what his full name is, like Bitter Koichi, I think. And just plug in your gear and check. Because what about what happens when you get like, if you're an Iron Man, let's say one piece of the Sori, right? Then I can't answer it for you if it could have been different. In terms of overkill, because the blowpipe's a faster weapon, it also probably is better. But if you're an Iron Man, you know, maybe you want to save the scales. So yeah, probably have the Sori instead. And I don't know what the difference would be for blowpipe versus Bofa for P2. Having crystal versus having the Sori. I'm pretty sure Bofa is better than blowpipe Masori. But you know, having Masori for Monkey Room and Boulders is really nice. It might even depend on invocation level, I don't know. Like maybe blowpipe is better on a lower invocation. You always want to check as you update. Bofa kind of slaps her P2, not gonna lie. Also tick, worth. Also not tick, probably. Yeah, checkmated. No back to back. What's it called again? Test of companionship. What do I want to use today? I don't know which one this was. Companionship. Hold on a second, I might meet the stream. Alright, I think I want to use this test of how does the bone dagger work at Kephri? You need to BD at a specific time right as you come in ASAP, but I seem to miss. No, you want to do it. Cheesy. Bone dagger, you want to do it right after the first set if you're doing solos. If you're doing teams, you wait until someone else attacks first. Or until it's not basically not like looking at you. How it works. For solos, you want to wait until after the first set of Overlords, and then while Kephri is getting up, that is your chance. No, you can't bone dag at the very beginning. You can use an accursed sceptre though if you do want to like yeet a spec early. Yeah, so I think let someone else hit it and then let Kephri like look at them. Not too sure. I know for sure it works for teams somehow. Could probably hide like this. Get a twofer. This stupid Venom, dude. Made a full circle around the statue. Wasted so much time. It's so troll. I'm not gonna like risk taking like 30 damage in Venom, so. Oh, so it doesn't matter for... okay. Yo, I'd be so down for that. As someone who gets Omega tilted from first. Should have waited a tick. This is a tick loss here. I actually don't know what to do when the rock falls in the center like this. It's so annoying. It blocks Baba's pathing and ruins the cycle a bit. There, I messed up the step back. Don't hit me big. Well, to be fair, in the regular Red X guide, it's a niche scenario. It's a very niche scenario because most people don't like run back the super drag for the same purpose that I'm doing it for. So like, why would he explain it, you know, if you're doing the regular 6-stick? True, he does do run backs, but I don't think he explains it. Do a little bit of regular. I don't know why I chucked that one. That was a waste. Sub 6. Not too bad so far. I think if I get like a 230 something or 220 something plus a sub 315 buffer. What is this? Then I will actually do the skull hits. On a sub 32, I think would be my goal. On a sub 32. I had to sacrifice one item in your inventory, which would lose you the least time. The least amount of time, bow and dagger. I can use sceptre as a substitute. But I don't know why I would do that. I'd rather lose a restore. I have 8 restores. It's an odd question for me as someone who has a lot of inventory space already. It'd be a better question for someone who like sweats and brings like a shit ton of range switches, for example. They would probably say like Missouri Helm, right? The problem with banking range switches is that the second you bank the Missouri Helm, you're no longer justified in bringing range switches, really. 560 is quiet prayers. You probably just bring this setup, to be honest. No changes to it. I think you need like 1.5 more restores. You don't need more restore than I have for sure. Don't worry. I have 8. That's a lot. Oh, my leg. If I wanted to do quiet prayers, I would just flick harder. Yeah, I start with 8. There's no reason to have more than... Even 8 is extremely overkill. And I forgot to bone dag. God dang it. Whatever. What do you get? We're chatting. Used to put like a bone dagger reminder. I usually end the raid with extra anyway. So no need for me to bring more restore than this. I bring it in case I like troll every single room. And it helps out with the mental, just knowing that you will never have to flick any particular room is really nice. Like I can know, like I can play range here, for example, and feel very comfortable about my restores in the future. Yeah, I would just have to flick piety for Tbow, which I wouldn't. But if we're talking about money, by the way, there is no reason to go to 560 because it stops scaling at 550. So you would actually go to 5. The most viable thing you could do is to actually downgrade one of the invocations I currently have on in order to add quiet prayers. Now it's up to you what that pen would be. I would say if I wanted to add quiet prayers, I'd probably turn off like ancient haste so that I don't get unlucky with orbs. That's what I would go for if I were to turn something off. Now I think a 550 would take a while though. At least we remember the bone dagger there. Dropping the range switch is also accurate when you don't have the Magus ring. You save more time having the Magus. Yeah, you could. Like, at the end of the day, you would drop like 3 range switches and take the sceptre, so you'd be +2 on your slots at least. +3 with the Missouri Helm. And then, you know, like per slot, you're saving like 10 seconds. You basically have to do it while she's waking up from each phase. Either on phase 1 or phase 2. Ideally phase 1. But I kind of forgot to do it. Well, sorry, I guess not phase 1. After set 1. Instead of after set 2. Sneaky point farm. Same DPS as you hit Kephri with Fang. I think it's the same. I don't know. But it seems pretty good. It's good points per hour, for sure. I don't know what the actual DPS is. I haven't checked. It seems to be good. Definitely point efficient to do, for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna do it if it's like one agile, right? I do it if I'm going to save some ticks of it usually. I don't just do it randomly. I usually do it if I'm gonna save some ticks of it. Or at the end there if I'm just like trying to sneak in a few points. I won't just do it randomly, like just chin a single spawn. I feel like that's really troll. Like if I'm gonna hit at least like I would say 3 spawns, I'll do it. DCB full Masori better DPS? Yes. It is. Yeah, but like, here's the things, and you don't need to spam chin to remove the cap. You just need to like chin 3 times and you'll remove the cap. There's no reason to like tell yourself, oh, I need to chin one single agile swarm, you know? And is it like same? I don't know if it's like same DPS because I don't have the same range switches as No Monkey. I just have like a 2-way, 3-way with the chin. Don't even know. And I'm not range spotted. Never assume anything about DPS calcs until you consider your own setup and invocation. Like, does No Monkey Bone Dagger all his Kephris? I have no idea. And then what about if he assumed the DPS was for a Bone Daggered Kephri versus or a non-Bone Daggered Kephri? I don't know. It's not that big of a deal anyway, so just doing whatever. Like, you do want to remove the agile cap, especially going into the last phase of the Kephri, but you can do it whenever. You don't need to force yourself to do it whenever. And yeah, I don't know if he runs overly draining in Bone Dagger, sorry, and Alter. I don't know every aspect to his math, so I don't want to assume anything. Especially if it's a really close calc like that. Are you supposed to remove the cap? You don't have to, but it helps. So what happens is if she has the maximum amount of agiles, she will dung you. And dunging typically is tick loss, but it isn't always tick loss also, Zen. If you're dunging on the right side after the second dung, it's essentially almost no tick loss because you only get pushed back a single tick. You can immediately hit anyway. But like, does that tick loss even matter sometimes? Sometimes it doesn't. By the second time you get dunged on the right side, you stop losing you don't lose a tick on that dung, so like, you know, that's also a way to minimize tick loss from dung. Or after the 3rd time on the left side. All factors to consider. That's why you'll see me dung in like the left and right, or I'll dung like right twice and then go back to the left side, just to minimize tick loss from dung. It's only a minor time save. You might save like 9 seconds to Kephri, or 6 seconds maybe, like taking into account. Up for it to draw. Didn't click fast enough to get my spec off, but whatever. We'll live. My salt time is terrible. Provide you 2 offerings, Zebak. Hand over the purple. The 5-minute Zebak, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. It was really slow. Oh, the respec missed. Minutes. That was a slow one. Like 120 extra damage, not way more, yeah. Probably more, to be honest. If I were to run quad cards, I probably wouldn't have overly. Either overly or ancient haste. Probably overly would be worse to have on. Then you could stun 3 times for the end. Yeah, I wouldn't flinch. I'm way too lazy to flinch. They have a few minor ticks. Oh, lost a tick. Brandon Hammer, congratulations. Good morning, Luca. Do you think it takes quite a bit of time to learn the Insanity Cycle? No, I actually don't think it takes much time at all. Maybe for P4, you'll struggle for a bit. But I think for P3 it's pretty intuitive. Like, you'll just have to go in with the mentality of move a little early when you're learning it. The skulls, yeah, is probably the harder one. For sure. The actual cycle itself is pretty easy to get used to. And you can always stand behind this white tile and then react to it, because like a lot of people don't bother memorizing where it left off at in Insanity. That's a thing. I don't either. I just react. Sometimes I'll remember by chance. Even at 540, like, you don't really need to remember. I didn't see that one there. Got a lot of HP left. Be last roaring for a minute. He's got 777. Never purple. Stuck on a tile you're attacking from for 1 tick only. You're only stuck on any tile for a tick. Tick you arrive and the tick you attack. Yeah. I guess if you count that one, yeah. But if it's like a melee weapon, it's just a tick, because, you know, you can be moving while you attack. Yeah. Technically, it has nothing to do with the shadow. It just simply is that you're in range. If you were Wooks walking with the shadow, if there was enough arena space, for example, you can theoretically only be on a tile for 1 tick, even with a mage range weapon. You know, it depends on the scenario. That's why shadow running with Ulm works, because you can, you know, switch to accurate and lose some range, so you can kind of get dragged in. So it's not particular to shadow. It's just I don't have enough range. Do I want to do another one? I don't think I do want to do another one right now. It's done quite a bit today. At 4 raids already. I'm gonna take a break. Do something else. Just not raid. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Have the rest of your day.